Priya and the Magical Story of Krishna Janmashtami. Once upon a time, there was a little girl named Priya who loved listening to stories from her grandmother. Her grandmother, or Dadi as Priya called her, had a treasure chest of stories, folk tales, mythological legends, and moral stories, wrapped in the magic of words. Every evening, Priya would sit beside her Dadi, eyes wide, listening to the tales and get lost in the magical adventures. One afternoon, Priya came home from school buzzing with excitement. Dadi, Priya said, almost out of breath. At school today, our teacher told us we'll be celebrating Janmashtami next week. Some of the senior students will even form a pyramid and break a pot hanging up high. Why do we do that? And who's Krishna? You never told me this story. Arre, slow down, little sparrow, Dadi laughed, patting the seat beside her. First catch your breath and change out of those school clothes. Then come sit with me and I'll tell you the magical story of Janmashtami and our naughty little Krishna. She dropped her bag, changed her clothes, and ran straight to her grandmother to listen to the story of Krishna. Dadi smiled, set her knitting aside, and patted the space beside her. Come sit, my dear, I'll tell you. Janmashtami, Dadi began with a warm smile, is the festival that celebrates the birth of Lord Krishna. The word Jan means birth and Ashtami means the 8th day. Many years ago, on a stormy night filled with thunder and rain, a very special baby was born. His name was Krishna, but he wasn't just any baby. He was born to bring light to the world and end evil. Where was he born? In a hospital? Priya asked. No, Dadi said. He was born in a prison. His parents Devaki and Vasudeva were locked up by a bad king named Kansa. Kansa was afraid because a prophecy said Devaki's 8th child would defeat him. What's a prophecy? Priya asked. A prophecy is like a prediction, something that might happen in the future, Dadi explained. Oh, Priya said thoughtfully. Dadi continued. So scared of losing his power, Kansa locked them up and decided to harm every baby born to Devaki. But Krishna, her 8th child, was special. But then how did baby Krishna and his father escape in the middle of a storm? Weren't there guards all around? Priya asked, her voice full of wonder. Dadi smiled. That's when a miracle happened. The guards fell asleep, the doors opened, and Vasudeva carried baby Krishna in a basket. Wasn't the baby getting wet in heavy rain? Priya asked, concerned. A giant serpent named Sheshnag came and held its big hood over Krishna like an umbrella. Even the Yamuna river moved aside to let them cross safely. Vasudeva carried Krishna from Mathura all the way to a village called Gokul, where he exchanged him with a newborn baby girl and quietly returned to the prison. Once Krishna was safe in Gokul, he was raised by Yashoda, who loved him like her own. Devaki gave birth to him, but Yashoda raised him. That's why we say Krishna had 2 mothers, both important, both full of love. Krishna grew up as a cheerful, playful boy who loved butter. Priya giggled, just like how I love mango ice cream. Dadi laughed too. Yes, he would sneak into houses with his friends and steal butter. The villagers tried to stop him by hanging their pots high up, but Krishna and his friends would form human pyramids to reach them. Hearing this, Priya immediately said, "My teacher mentioned that as a part of the celebration, older boys and girls will be doing pot breaking. Is that the same thing? Do you know what it's called?" she asked curiously. Dadi smiled and nodded. "That's called Dahi Handi. A pot filled with plain yogurt or butter is tied at the highest point, and boys and girls form a human pyramid to reach and break it, just like Krishna did with his friends." She added warmly, "We celebrate this to remember Krishna's fun-loving nature and to honor the joy of friendship, teamwork, and laughter." Priya smiled wide. "So, Janmashtami is about a brave baby, magical rain, and stealing butter with friends?" Dadi laughed. "Well, sort of, but most importantly, it teaches us that good always wins." Priya's eyes widened, and with curiosity, she asked, "Wait, what happened to the baby girl? Did the bad king ever find out about Krishna? And what happened to Krishna's parents in the lockup?" Dadi chuckled softly and said, "Well, my dear, that is a story for another time. But since you've asked, all I can say is Krishna defeated the wicked King Kansa in his wrestling ring. But how it happened, you have to wait for another time." "Okay, sure, but for tomorrow at school, I'm gonna dress up as little Krishna. Flute, peacock feather, everything, and maybe sneak a little butter from the fridge too," she added with a cheeky smile. Dadi raised an eyebrow playfully. "Only if you promise to leave some for me. After all, Dadi needs her energy to tell more stories." Priya spun around in excitement and said, "I can't wait to know more about Krishna and his magical powers." Moral of the story: no matter how big or scary a problem seems, kindness, bravery, and doing the right thing will always win at the end, just like Krishna. Now let's make hand-painted artwork of baby Krishna on canvas. Happy Janmashtami to all my viewers. That's all for today, my awesome friends. Thank you so much for listening to my story. I hope you had lots and lots of fun. Don't forget to subscribe, tap that like button, and ring the magic bell so you never miss another adventure. Until then, stay happy and stay healthy. See you next time. Bye!